Thought something was going on for a second. It's not. We are less than 800 subscribers away from hitting 50,000. What does that mean? Not a lot, probably, but I don't care. I'm going to have 50,000 subscribers. I'm celebrating. I'm happy. Will I get 50,000 on Halloween? Probably not, but I still got at the very least, I got 25,000 in the past. Not easy. I challenge you all to do it. We have to make it all the way to the 10-minute marker so that there's a prompt that will inspire me to disagree with the prompt, or maybe I'll agree. Maybe it'll be a really good prompt. But for now, we're just waiting for that 10-minute mark. It's 8.5 minutes away plus 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. So what can we do in the next 8.5 minutes on the dot? I don't know, but I'll be wearing many hats today because I have many hats. Because when Party City was going out of business, I decided to purchase some hats at a discounted price. So this is one of the hats that I bought at Party City while it was going out of business. I would have never bought this hat for its original price. The discounted price, it must have been 75% off or something like that. It was worth it for me. Possibly not worth it for any of you, but this hat goes over this wonderful hair, and the hats are, I don't know. I don't usually wear hats, so it's fun when I wear a new hat. It's distracting to me. With any luck, it will also be distracting to you. As we inevitably get to 50,000 subscribers, only 778 away. Will I get 778 subscribers between now and, 4 a.m. in the morning? That's when I would officially cut it off. Although at 5 a.m. in the morning, it'll still be Halloween in Hawaii. So 6 of one, hat a dozen of another. See what I did there? I don't know if my chat thing is off or if I have to scroll down. I don't know. Either nobody's leaving me messages, which is highly likely, or something's going on with my screen and I just can't see them. Either way, I'm still wearing the hat. You can't change that. The hat came back. This might very well be my least favorite of the hats that I bought, but they didn't have a pure yellow one, so I had to go with the gold. I actually like silver over gold, although yellow is my favorite color. I just like the thing that's usually not chosen. So, bronze confused me. I never understood bronze. It was just gold is worth money, silver is worth a little bit less. Then I was like, what's bronze worth? And they're like, nothing. I was like, so then why is it a thing? Why could we not make it, I don't know, what would it be? Copper metal, right? Copper's worth something, that I know. It's a windy day. Should be a copper metal. I hereby challenge the Olympics to change third place to a copper medal so that people are not confused by the lack of value of bronze. All right? That's my challenge to the Olympics. That and make a quadriathlon. You have a triathlon. Quadriathlon. Okay, you have a triathlon, you have a biathlon, you have a pentathlon, you have a decathlon. Decathlon? I'm not pronouncing them right, but you have the 10, the 5, the 3, and the 2. All right? It's time to make a four-athlon. And here is my recommendation for the sports that would be part of the quarter-athlon. The quarter-athlon will comprise of, well, triathlon is running, swimming, and biking, right? Biathlon is skiing and shooting a shotgun. That's what it is. Decathlon, I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know the 10 events in a decathlon. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the potential for what's another prefix for four? Quarterlon. That's just Italian. The four events that I would put in my quarterlon would be archery, right? You got the biathlon, or it has like a rifle. Let's throw some archery into the mix. The biathlon was with the skiing. So what can you do while you're shooting a bow and arrow? I guess we could throw cycling in there, but that's part of the triathlon. Let's be more fun. Hurdling, right? There's no hurdles in a triathlon. So while you are jumping over hurdles, you will be shooting a bow and arrow, which will make way for the high jump. I'm trying to think of the high jump onto the arrows you have plunked into a wall. So you're going to high jump to the arrows and start climbing those. And then at the very top is a shot put. And because you are now, let's say, 20 feet in the air, the distance of the shot put will also potentially be further. Although the platform won't be that big, so you have to be careful of not falling off of the platform. So there it is. You're running, jumping over hurdles, shooting the bow and arrow into a wall. The bow and arrow then turns into an extendo stick like Kid Goku, which you use to high jump onto the wall that has the arrows on it. You're climbing up the arrows, and as you get to the top, there's a shot put there. I suppose we can get rid of the hurdle part, because I feel like now that we're at the top of this structure that we've plunked arrows into, we should jump off of it. So forget the hurdles. We don't need the hurdles. You're going to shoot the arrows, possibly stationary. Use the bow and arrow as your high jump stick to jump onto the wall, climb up the arrows, shot put, and then I guess diving, right? There's water on the other side. You have to clear the water with the shot put. And then you do your dive. All right, that was a pretty good time killer. We're almost at the 10-minute mark where they will prompt me to talk about something else, do a Q&A. Let's see what the Q&A that they want me to do is. And spread the word of the quarter-athlon. Archery, high jump. I guess we could get rid of shot put too. Is climbing an Olympic sport? We'll keep the shot put. I like the idea of the shot put just sitting there. It's just like, oh man, I gotta throw a shot put now. Nobody wants to throw a shot put. Even shot putters don't want to. Oh, a word that sounds fake. Nope. Nope. The word fake sounds fake. Facts. That's the law of identity. Anything times 1 equals itself. Anything divided by 1 equals itself. So the word fake sounds fake. You can't debate that. People are possibly leaving me comments right now about my take on what a quarterathlon is. So for those of you just joining, the quarterathlon is archery. You're going to shoot a bow and arrow into a wall. The bow turns into the high jump that you use to get to the arrows you've plunked into the wall. You climb up the arrow wall. There's a shot put waiting for you there. You have to clear the water that is on the other side of the wall that you are then going to dive into. And all of it is rated by people with those cards with numbers on it. The arrows, the high jump, the shot put throw, and the dive are all dependent on somebody else's opinion. 3 other people's opinion with their cards. But the cards go up to 500. So factor that in as you will. Things change on a scale of 500. All right. In the interest of being redundant, for those of you just joining us, I'm going to explain what the quarterathlon is. So you got the biathlon, which is shotgun and skiing. You got the triathlon, which is running, swimming, and cycling. You have the pentathlon, which I think involves wrestling. And then you have the decathlon, which I think has like a javelin in it. But anyway, I'm inventing the 4-athlon. The 4-athlon starts with archery. You're going to be given, let's say, 10 arrows. So you use those 10 arrows to shoot a wall that is, I don't know, let's say 10 feet off the ground. High enough up where you are going to then need your bow and arrow, which is going to turn into a high jumper stick. You're going to use that to jump up onto the wall where you put the arrows. There's a shot put up there waiting for you that you throw to clear the water that's on the other side and then dive in the water. And it's all rated on a scale of 500 by 3 judges. I think I'm onto something here. I got to look up what's in a decathlon. I guess that's my homework for in between live streams today. I will be doing today. Today is the day that I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. I am at 49,222 before this video started. So in between this live stream and the next one, which won't be that far in the future, I will be looking up what is in a decathlon and a pentathlon and potentially an octathlon and a non-athlon and a septathlon and a hexathlon. I love prefixes, and I really love prefixes that have to do with numbers. We could try to do a diathlon. Uniathlon. These are all the athlons that are in the future. We'll get there together or not. You might not be there when a quarterathlon takes place. We're going to need some sturdy arrows because I imagine that anybody participating in the quarterathlon is going to be mostly upper body strength. So we need strong arrows. We need a strong bow because we're using that for the high jump. And we also need... The shot put doesn't feel right, but I feel like I can't get rid of it now. I love the idea of climbing up a wall, being like pretty exhausted at this point, and there's just a shot put sitting there. It's just like, oh man, it's so small, but it's so heavy. I don't have the room to do the spinny thing with the shot put. How am I going to do it without wrenching my shoulder out? So the moment of confusion. That's what we'll call halfway through the quarter-athlon. The moment of confusion. The moment of, how do I clear the water with the shot put? The water clearly needs to be safe enough for us to dive into afterwards, so it's got to be a distance, How far can you throw a shot put? I don't think I can throw it that far. Not like stationary. And maybe if I do the spinny thing. It's got a word for it. It's momentum, but it's like circumnavigate? No. Well, what's it called when you're like spinning around? The David and Goliath thing. Inertia? Maybe it's inertia. I'm going to say that it's inertia. I'll take it. All right. Well, that's a confirmation that people can comment. So the previous times where nobody has commented, it is because nobody has commented, not because there was something wrong. Does it go further? No. All right. I mean, of all the insults I have received, that one's not so bad. Woody doesn't have the sideburns, though. Oh. Now I want to hear what else I look like. You can tell me what else. The hat is a success story right now. I look like something. Woody was a cowboy. He probably drank coffee, right? Probably did some tent camping in his cowboy days. Probably wrangled some cattle. That's the job of a cowboy. Although he's a sheriff. Something's not adding up. I guess he was originally a cowboy that turned into a sheriff. That happens sometimes. Or it happened sometimes. I don't know. How old is the character Woody supposed to be? Is he in his 20s, 30s, 40s? Things to think about. I don't remember what the prompt question was. Maybe there will be another one at the 20-minute mark that I can discourage us from participating in. I don't usually stretch this out to 20 minutes. But today is a special day. I could potentially hit 50,000 subscribers today. Cause to celebrate. A reason to do many, many live streams today. We're 12 seconds away from the 20-minute mark. Will something change at the 20-minute mark? Will we get another prompt? Should I explain my idea for a quarter-athlon again? So for those of you just joining, I've said that a few times, but I don't want to leave anybody out. I want everybody to know what's going on right now. In the Olympics, there is a decathlon, a pentathlon, a triathlon, and a biathlon. Oh, there is another prompt. Time you woke up today. Time is relative. Einstein knew that. Go away, you prompt. Time you woke up today. Give me a break. Who measures that anyway? Who cares? Time is relative. Time is an illusion. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. What's the name of that movie? Fallen? Yeah. I highly recommend seeing the movie Fallen. James Gandolfini at his best. And John Goodman. And Donald Sutherland. And, of course, the star Denzel Washington. Is there anybody else in that? I feel like there's one. Oh, the guy from Law and Order is in that, I think. I think he's at the very beginning. Where was I? Four-athlon. The four-athlon is bow and arrow, high jump, to the arrows that are on a wall. You're climbing up that. We're not counting the climbing for now. But as you reach the top, there's a shot put that you have to throw and clear the water that you are going to dive into and be rated on a scale of 500 by 3 people with those cards. So each person's going to need 500 cards just in case they think the person earned a 394. And that is how the four-athlon works. And I will be looking up what is in a decathlon/pentathlon, and also if an octathlon or duodecathlon exist. Howdy. How are you? Nobody wants to talk about my idea for a quarter-athlon? That's okay. I can explain it over and over again. For those of you just joining, might be a perfect way to start off everything I do. For those of you just joining, and then I just go into my description of a quarter-athlon. It's unique in its own way. Revisiting the same thing over and over again. It has its appeal. Oh, okay. Quit while you're ahead. We're going to do more live streams today. The goal is to get up to 50,000 subscribers. Spread the word. The quarter-athlon is coming. Archery, high jump, shot put, diving.